Okay, welcome folks to this session of Math Helper. A lot of the difficulty in a calculus course is algebra. Sometimes the algebra steps are much more challenging or difficult than the actual aspects of calculus. And so it turns out when you take the quotient rule of an expression like this, you end up with this expression that I'm writing. Again, y'all, this expression arose when you applied the quotient rule to this expression right here, root x over x plus 1. Now, it's quite crucial to factor this. It turns out if you can factor it, that'll give you information about the nature of this function itself, whether it's increasing, decreasing, whether it's concave up, concave down, mins and maxes, etc. So again, factoring this expression right here is one of the major challenges when you're doing calculus. So let's begin by factoring this. Now, a useful fact is that we can write x as the square root of x times the square root of x. Okay, so we can rewrite this Now, this looks like a lot of chicanery. I mean, why would we do something like this? Well, rewriting this like this, and again, notice that these two terms cancel. And so, believe it or not, this expression is exactly the same as this expression. Now, why is this useful? Because notice we have a root x that's common to both terms, a root x in the denominator here. So we can take that out, and we can write and then this part right here just becomes x. Okay, again, we're taking advantage of the fact that root x times root x is just equal to x, but we pulled this root x out, so right here to right here. Now, we're close to the finish line. We can write this as 1 over root x. Now, continuing, some of this is rather tedious, but I think showing all these steps would be useful. You can write this as minus 2 over x over minus 2. Right now, that looks like a lot of nonsense, but we created a common denominator between this term and this term. Okay, and so the final result right here is going to be 1 over root x, okay, times 1/2. Now notice you can combine these two terms right here since they have the same denominator. There's an understood 1 right there. So this actually becomes minus 1/2 x. All right. Now quite a few steps there, but each step in itself was fairly straightforward. Now this is the factored expression that comes in quite handy when we're actually applying the quotient rule to this expression. So again, just taking it one step at a time. I'll have a future video that will actually talk about the quotient rule of this expression and how all of this connects. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope it helped.